Welcome to the Technical Writing Success Video Overview by Senior Technical Writer Kurt Robbins. Okay, let's just jump right in with that quote because, wow, think about that for a second. This is from Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI. We're talking about GPT-4, a model that could ace the SATs, pass the bar exam, outperform 90% of humans on all sorts of crazy hard tests, and he's calling it the dumbest model we'll ever use from here on out. I mean, that one sentence tells you absolutely everything you need to know about the speed of what's happening right now. So, if that's the old baseline, if that's already in the rearview mirror, what in the world comes next? Well, that's what we're going to dig into. What Sam Altman sees on the horizon with the next massive leap, GPT-5. And look, this isn't just another incremental upgrade. We're talking about an entirely new baseline for what's possible. It's about creating this powerful catalyst for anyone, literally anyone, with an idea. To really get this, let me tell you a quick story from Altman's childhood. He had one of those old TI-83 graphing calculators, and he spent just hours and hours trying to program a simple version of the game Snake. He said the whole thing was just painful. Slow, super tedious, and trying to find the bugs was a nightmare. Now, let's contrast that with today. Just kind of on a whim, Altman asked an early version of GPT-5 to make that same exact game. The result? It spit out perfect working code in 7 seconds. 7! Instantly, he could start playing with it, adding features, changing things all in real time. In this, right here, this is the core idea. All that tedious struggle, all that friction between having a concept and actually creating it, it's just vanishing. As Altman says, the speed with which you can bring ideas to life now is it's amazing. Okay, so let's scale this up. We're moving from a simple game to a much, much bigger idea. We are stepping into a brand new era of on-demand software creation. Altman says the most incredible difference with GPT-5 is its coding ability. You see, GPT-4 could answer almost anything you asked it. But GPT-5 is so good at programming that it can actually control a computer to do incredibly complex things. It's shifting from being just an information source to being an active tool that can do almost anything. So, what does that mean for work, for all of us? It means a single person can now have the power of what used to take a team of hundreds. This makes the whole idea of a one-person billion-dollar company not just, a cool thought experiment, but a real probability. It's a landscape of opportunity we've just never seen before. But building new software, as huge as that is, that's really only the beginning. The next frontier is even more profound. We're talking about moving from just synthesizing all of human knowledge to actually generating brand new scientific discoveries. Here's a helpful way to think about it. Just about a year ago, AI got to the point where it was superhuman at tasks that take a pro mathematician, say, about a minute to solve. Short, self-contained problems. But here's the real challenge. To prove a major new mathematical theorem, it might take a top expert 1,000 hours of deep, focused work. The goal now is to close that huge gap, to go from 1-minute tasks to 1,000-hour, long-horizon problems. That is the path to real game-changing scientific breakthroughs. And this ability, this idea of tackling these massive, complex problems, well, that's a huge step on the path to the ultimate goal everyone is talking about, superintelligence. But what does that word even mean, really? Altman gives a surprisingly concrete definition. He says a superintelligence isn't some fuzzy sci-fi thing. It's a system that could do his job as CEO better than he can, or a system that could push AI research forward better than his entire team of world-class experts. I mean, just let that sink in. A few years ago, that idea would have been pure science fiction, right? Something out of a movie. But now, Altman says you can start to see it through the fog. It's becoming a plausible near-term reality. Of course, a technology this powerful doesn't just show up in a neat little box. Society has to adapt and co-evolve right alongside it. And that creates both these incredible opportunities and some very real challenges. And Altman really frames this societal shift with a pretty startling thought. He says a kid born today will grow up in a world where technology is fundamentally smarter than they are. They won't ever know a world without it. To them, our reality right now will look like the Stone Age. But right alongside that jarring idea comes this immense wave of optimism. Just take healthcare, for example. Altman says that by 2025, GPT-5 will already be way better at giving health advice. By 2030, he expects AI to be helping treat a huge number of diseases. And by 2035, the goal is for an AI to actually design the experiments that could cure major diseases, like cancer. So, who's building this future? Who's responsible? Well, Altman argues it's not just a few tech companies in Silicon Valley. AI is a platform. It's a foundation for all of society to build on together. It's a shared responsibility. His favorite analogy is the transistor. The transistor itself was this amazing breakthrough, but its true impact came from all the layers of innovation we built on top of it. Things like the iPhone, and then apps like TikTok that were built on the iPhone. It's those layers that really, truly change the world. And that brings us to this really powerful idea that society itself is the superintelligence. All the generations that came before us, they all worked to put their own brick in the path of human progress. And now we get to walk down that same path and add our own. AI is just the next foundational layer for us to build with. And that really leaves us with the single most important question of all. With these kinds of tools in your hands, with the ability to create and discover things faster than we've ever imagined, what will you build? To continue learning, I really recommend you subscribe to the Tech Writing Success newsletter and join the Technical Writing Success group. You can find both on LinkedIn, and both are by Kurt Robbins. Thanks so much for watching.